I won't buy another new or leased car, okay, or certified vehicle, is the last one that I love to drive, to be in, to just go for a drive therapeutically, as long as it was mostly back roads. And I thought if I go at night, sometimes really late, like when I couldn't sleep, but no, there's still people up where I was driving, doing crazy things, which ruins you suffer from species alienation, great disappointment, frustration, sadness, and just really shame for the species you share DNA with. So it's hard to find places. Sometimes it was a little bit off-road. That vehicle was often awesome off-road. And when I decided to return it, people would say, well, it hurt your credit, you deserve it. No. The financier, Mercedes Financial, broke the agreement. I was very clear. I was going to remove a seat to go camping. Here's the design. You can even steal my design. I give it to you, and do a pop-up tent, mass produced, right? If you care about the vehicles and the lifestyles people want to have with them. Gave them my information about how I created something that folds down with a hatch tent. And but when I removed that seat, like I told them I would, that was part of the agreement, is I had a check engine light. And then I had a supervisor, manager of parts or service place, and he couldn't confirm my airbags would work. And it would have to go back to a dealership to and what they would want to do is just bypass a circuit or put a seat back in. Or the thing is why not tell where I am, which is, I don't know, 800, 1,000 kilometers from in the north of Ontario, super far from where they would have a dealership for Mercedes. And even then, you're dealing with people that are silly, that don't know how to do something that's outside of the norm. So I just put it on a towing and said, here's my check engine light, and they won't tell somebody locally how to, put in a code or something to cancel it and see if the airbags are working. Like, they didn't have an answer for what was a previous agreement. So they broke the agreement. Of course, they hurt people's credits for that. But the thing is it was also the Collège Boréal, right? Who were very surprised as well that I walked the talk of their mission statements, or of learner-centered, or of quality in my work. For example, one thing that was really ridiculous is how we did a booth in a fair to promote the college. And the two ladies that were there at the time, I wasn't, they're not talking to anybody. People are walking by, just all the signs and things of the college. They're not making conversation. They have none of the skill sets that they should have to be there at a table. It's ridiculous. And they're the ones who are good conformists who get to keep the job. So when you can't trust employers, and that's just one story, then why would I get into something that'll hurt my reputation when other people, employers and automobile dealerships and insurance companies, are getting more and more corrupted, and more the path of least resistance, or avoidance? Avoid the problem solving. That's a developmental disability. Why would I reward you for that financially? Of course I won't do that kind of crap anymore.